Hello friends, welcome back to my channel if you are returning. Welcome to my channel if you're new. My name is Rachel and I am now a full-time mama and a reseller on sites like eBay, Poshmark, and Mercari. And today I have my top 15 best sales of April 2023 to report for you, and also my baby was born last month, so I will give you a little update on my birth story. So if you want to hear about either, both, or one or the other, definitely stick around. So I am going to start with my birth story because so many of you have been following me and asking and wanting an update on the baby. And it's been about a month since I've recorded any current content. Everything you saw over the past couple weeks had been like pre-recorded and scheduled out. So I do want to share the update with you. If you're not interested in the birth story and you want to go right to the top 15 best sales, here's the timestamp, so you can go ahead and forward right along and check that out. But I want to give you the update on my birth story first. So my daughter was born on April 4th of 2023, and we named her Sydney Jane. She was due on April 11th, and during my 37-week ultrasound, we discovered that she was breech. So we ended up doing a scheduled C-section 1 week before her due date, just to make sure that we could get her out safely. My doctor did not want to try to like turn her around or anything like that. So I went in for a scheduled C-section on the morning of April 4th. And it was actually pretty quick, and my daughter was born. I was in the hospital with her for 5 days recovering from the C-section, and she was born with a little bit of low blood sugar, so we had to get that regulated. She was also born with her foot up by her face because of the way she was situated in my womb. So we had to do some physical therapy, and we've done physical therapy with her ongoing just to make sure that her hips are straightening out the way that they are supposed to, which they are, and all of that. But otherwise, she is actually a month old today. Today is 1 month since she's been born. So she's very happy and healthy, and I'm healing quite well. So here she is. And I'm sure you will see her popping in and out of videos. You'll hear me talking about her. But I am, in the meantime, kind of trying to resume my operations here. Of course, the time with my baby is precious. And I'm not working my big kid job right now, you know, with maternity leave. So I'm kind of just trying to get my eBay, Poshmark, and Mercari back up and running. Everything was shut down for about 2 full weeks in April, a week in the hospital, and then I took a week to just have it shut down when I got back. So these sales are not my best sales ever. It's hard to say whether April was a good month or a bad month, because for me it was like only half a month. But I still wanted to share with you some of my sales, because I did have some still decent sales considering that I was shut down for a while. So if you like reseller content, make sure you're subscribed. I am getting back into doing videos. And of course, you'll see the baby and all the reseller stuff that I've been doing. I've been doing a lot of unboxings lately, and I'm not quite comfortable yet packing her up and taking her to the thrift store. So for the next at least couple of months, I'm probably going to rely exclusively on mystery boxes, which I always show you on this channel. So definitely stick around for that. Drop me a like if you find this helpful, and I'll jump right into my top 15 best sales of April 2023. So first off, and this is actually my one and only, this is how much I haven't been at Goodwill. This is my one and only Goodwill sale on this countdown. It was this Eileen Fisher silk blend jacket. I think it was the last time I went to Goodwill, March 12th. So I went out sourcing a few times just right before the baby was born, just to keep myself busy. If I remember correctly, I went into Goodwill and this was the only thing I left with. Or maybe it was like just a couple things. But anyway, I paid my average cost of goods for the trip was $6.67, which probably means that I purchased 3 items. But I made a $37 sale on eBay, and it was listed about 3 weeks. So sometimes it's worth it to check out with only 2 or 3 items if you know those items are going to sell. That's what happened here. The next one up is this green jumper from Young, Fabulous, and Broke. And this was from my Boutique by the Box Young, Fabulous, and Broke mystery box. My cost of goods per item on that was $15.75. And this was a $60 Poshmark sale. It sold after about 5 weeks. But I've actually had some surprisingly good sales from that box. So but I was excited for that one to make the countdown, and I was excited to see the Young, Fabulous, and Broke actually selling. Next was from my Boutique by the Box Prana Box, which I do have an update coming up on. These were the Cohen Capri pants, and the color was grape leaf, so they were like a dark green. Spoiler alert on that box, it hasn't been selling quite as quickly as I had initially thought. I think I had like bias because I really like the brand. But this was a $38.24 eBay sale, and that took about 3 months to sell. I had this, I'm actually very proud of this one. This halter bathing suit, which did sit over the summer. I bought it back in September when I went into TJ Maxx one day randomly for, I don't even know. I wasn't even going in there to do retail arbitrage, and they happened to have some yellow tag stuff out, which was my first time ever buying yellow tag stuff from TJ Maxx. Well, this one was marked at $8, but looking at the MSRP and the selling rate, or the sell-through rate, I went ahead and picked it up for $8, and it did sit over the winter, but it ended up selling for $40 on eBay, so that was pretty exciting. I'm not one to stalk the TJ Maxx yellow tag sales. There's been a few times where I've seen, people on Instagram posting that, yellow tag sale is happening, and then I go and I don't find anything. I happened to just go in there one day, so I was very proud to have that item on this countdown. Next up on the countdown is this one-piece swimsuit. This was out of my Helpsy Source Everlane swimsuit box, which I'm very happy with the results of that box so far. Not at 90 days yet, so we'll see. But yeah, so far that box has been pretty awesome. This was a $50 Poshmark sale. This was from an older Helpsy box. This one is well past the 90 days. I think I did the update on this one last month. This was a Helpsy Fundamentals New with Tag box. It was a dress, like a formal dress, reminded me of something that Mother of the Bride type piece. The brand was Alex Evenings, and it retailed pretty high, I guess. But it's one of those pieces that, you really need the right buyer. So eventually it did sell for for $40 on eBay plus shipping. So yes, eventually it did sell, and that was actually a decent sale considering my cost of goods was only about $5.88 averaged out on that box. So I am glad I listed it. Next up, from my Ted Baker box number 1, I ordered 2 men's Ted Baker boxes from Boutique by the Box. This was from the first box. These were the performance suit trouser pants. These sold for $80 on Poshmark, so that was pretty exciting. My cost of goods per item on that one was $23 per piece, which is a little steep. I'm usually a lower cost of goods kind of person. I'm getting a little bit more comfortable with paying up for things that sell higher, so I'm really glad I made an $80 sale on this one, even though the item was $23 out of my pocket. That still is a great return on my investment. The next 2 pieces are from my Good American Jeans box from Boutique by the Box. These were the Good Boy jeans in a size 10. That was a $55 Poshmark sale. And the others were a pair of Good Legs. These were skinny jeans, I think, in a size 4. And that was also a $55 Poshmark sale. So I love selling the Good American jeans. And last year, I got Good American Jeans from Boutique by the Box, and that box did really well. And this one seems to be doing pretty good too. This box, I think I ordered 50 pieces, so I've got a long way to go, but we're trucking along here already. Then here's another Ted Baker piece. This was from my Ted Baker men's number 2, the second box I ordered. These were the skivvy wide leg cropped chinos. And actually these, if you saw the original video, I actually thought maybe these were like women's pants because they were like cropped wide leg khaki things. But no, they were men's pants. And actually the first thing to sell out of that box. So that was an $80 Poshmark sale, which was also pretty exciting. Which actually both of those pieces, those Ted Baker pieces, sold on the same day. So that was a good day for me. Also from Boutique by the Box, I had that Ultimate Revolve Mix box. This next sale is from that box. I'm so glad to see my Boutique by the Box having representation on this countdown. This was a Ronnie Kobo piece, and it was the Sheila dress. This one, I paid $29 per item. So one of the highest cost per item boxes I've ever purchased, I think. But I sold this for $90 on Vestair. And I don't get a ton of Vestair purchases, but when I do, they're usually pretty good. So that was very exciting. Here's another Mother of the Bride type dress. The brand was Alex Evenings. Wow, do I really have 2 Alex Evenings dresses on this same countdown? This was from a Quick Lots box. And my Quick Lots box number 3, which I have not done a 90-day update on this one either. So that's coming up too. But this one was a $67 Poshmark sale. This was actually a really pretty dress. I really liked this one. And that one took about 3 months, a little less than 3 months to sell. Okay, here's the top 3. Number 3 is these Good American, another pair of from my Boutique by the box. These were Good American Good Vintage jeans. Number 2 on the countdown was actually a Uptown Cheapskate find. I took a bunch of stuff to Uptown Cheapskate the day before my C-section. I took the day off from my big kid job. I was going on maternity leave anyway. And I was a wreck. I was nervous. You know, I had never had a baby before, let alone a C-section. And I just took the whole day to just keep busy. And so I went thrifting and I went to 2 different Uptown Cheapskates just to stay busy that day. So I didn't have to think about the next day, because my C-section was at like 4 a.m. or I did go to the hospital like 4 a.m. But anyway, I found this dress, which I went to an Uptown Cheapskate that's like 45 minutes away from me. They took 0 of my items and I left with this one dress. So unfortunately, if you add all that together, this dress was not really worth it, but I'm glad to see it on the countdown. It was a brand new tag Tommy Bahama chambray dress, and this was a $60 eBay sale. So I'm excited about that for that reason. That all was not lost on that trip of keeping myself busy that day. And then the number 1 selling item on this list is also from my Good American box. So kudos to that box. There's 4 pair of jeans on this countdown from that box. These were the Good Boy Destroy jeans, size 0. And this was a $76 Poshmark sale. And those sold, I think, the day that I turned my store back on, April 15th. So I started with Poshmark, and I think April 15th was the day I turned on Poshmark, only for sales. I was probably sharing my closet, you know, with Posher VA, but I wasn't actually doing anything except for seeing what sales would roll in. A few days later, I turned on Mercari and eBay. No, a few days later, I turned on Mercari, and I was actually kind of scared to turn on eBay just because their shipping requirements and stuff are so like strict, and I had to kind of work through what it was going to look like for me to, you know, balance having a newborn and doing all of this. Plus my husband's parents were here, my in-laws were here for the first 2 weeks after I came home from the hospital, so there was just a lot going on. So I don't feel like this is a true representation of how things always are for me, But I will say, for being shut down for 2 full weeks, I did pretty good for the month still. So there's that, and that's very exciting. And for the majority of the month, I really did a minimal amount of work. I just, over the past, I would say, week, got back fully into listing inventory and making videos. So I'm glad to be back, but it was nice to have the time away to spend with the baby. So that is it for today's countdown. I'm totally looking forward to May and just seeing what a full month back in the swing of things with my new normal will look like. Definitely let me know what your best sale was of April 2023. I love hearing what you guys are selling, and I hope this really helps you, get some ideas of where to source from or different brands that are selling for me if you find them while you're out thrifting. Make sure you're subscribed. Like I said, I will have more unboxings coming up. I ordered a whole bunch of stuff from Helpsy Source. So there's those at least, and I've got some more 90-day updates coming as well. Drop me a like on the way out if you have not already. That really, really helps out my channel. And if you are interested in purchasing mystery boxes from Boutique by the Box, Helpsy, or New Without Tag Outlet, I have discount codes. You can check those out in the description below. Otherwise, that is it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your support through my whole pregnancy and for sticking with me while I took some time away to deliver and become a mama. So have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.